Calisthenics versus weightlifting. Which one is better? In this video, I'm going to break down the science to see which one is more beneficial for you. But first, we're going to need to know the definitions. Calisthenics is body weight resistance, so it's using your body and gravity to provide it resistance. And weightlifting is going to use weights as a catalyst for resistance. And to start off first, we're going to be talking about hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is, in the base definition, is going to be your increase in muscle size. And to start off, weightlifting. Weightlifting is going to be great at targeting singular muscles. So for example, the tricep pushdown. You're pushing down, you're targeting your triceps, your lateral and medial heads. We're going to be targeting those single muscles. But with calisthenics, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be targeting multiple muscle groups at once. So when you're doing a push-up, right, you're targeting your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. You're not just targeting one group, you're targeting multiple groups at once. So if you're looking to get size, weightlifting is going to be the better answer. If you're looking to get lean and fit, calisthenics is going to be the better answer. And moving on to our next section, which is going to be strength. Strength is what a lot of people are looking at. So there are two things when coming to strength. Is it going to be your functional strength and your raw strength? For example, let's say your average bodybuilder, Frank, and your average calisthenics guy, Rob, do a squat contest. Now, Frank says I can do 375 pounds as a calisthenics guy only. And I'm saying, no, dude, I don't think I can do that. I don't really think so. But he puts me under it anyways. And then the weight goes up, and then I get squashed, and then we hold a funeral later because I'm not lifting 375 pound squat. I'm not doing that. Now, for example, let's say I tell Frank to go do a pistol squat. He's not going to do a pistol squat and he's going to get humbled because there are two different types of strength right there. There's raw strength and functional strength. Your functional strength being how much you can balance and your mobility. And some examples of your functional strength will be your pistol squat, your handstand, your muscle up, and your one-armed handstand, everything belonging to balance and everyday activities, how you pick up things, balance them in your hand, that's going to be your functional strength. And now your raw strength, that'll be your deadlift, your bench, squat. That'll be all your really strength-related things. And both of them have their advantages and disadvantages. And both of them can be intertwined with each other. So there's can be someone with raw strength and functional strength. It's just dependent on what you want to go towards more. And with raw strength, you're going to, again, have that more muscular physique. And with the functional strength, you're going to have more lean muscle. So we've talked about hypertrophy and we've talked about strength. But what about calorie loss? What is going to burn more calories? While weightlifting provides a lot of resistance, it will not burn as many calories as calisthenics. And the reason being is calisthenics is a full body workout. When earlier I mentioned when doing a push-up, you engage your chest, your triceps, and your shoulders. That is providing more of a full body workout. Rather than when you're doing weightlifting, you are focusing one area. So for example, the tricep pushdown. But you are not getting as much as a full body workout and it won't compare. But wait. There's more. It does depend on how you train. If you are a weightlifter and you are in plyometrics, which is going to be intense training, and it's going to involve a lot of athleticism along with explosive movements, you could burn a lot of calories. But if you apply the same amount of intensity into calisthenics, calisthenics will always just lose more. And you take on average, yeah, calisthenics is going to make you lose a lot more calories because it is a full body experience and full body workout. The next section is going to be neuromuscular adaptation and training. It is a method that focuses on improving the communication between the nervous system and muscles. So what does that mean? Essentially, it means your mind-muscle control. And now that is a very important thing when weightlifting or doing calisthenics. The calisthenics department, this is where it's really going to start to shine with your mind-muscle control. And the reason being is your dynamic movements. And then along with that, your balance and functionality of your limbs. You start to be able to do full body exercises that exhibit really hard maneuvers like the L-sit, the planche, the handstand, the one-armed handstand. And as you get more into these dynamic movements and these difficult movements, you have to have more mind-muscle control and control over your own body. And the key difference between the weightlifting and calisthenics is again a full body exercise. So you are activating more of your muscles and having more control over all of your muscles. That's the key thing, is dynamic movement versus raw movement. And in weightlifting, you're doing more raw movement. This doesn't mean that you can't get anything out of weightlifting with neuromuscular activation. For example, plyometrics is a really great example because you're using explosiveness. Weightlifting and calisthenics will provide you both with neuromuscular activation, but in short, calisthenics does do a superior job at doing that. Last but not least, we're going to talk about hormones. What is being released? Well, first to start off, let's talk about testosterone. Testosterone is basically your natural booster to give you energy and is essential in your lifts and gaining muscle. So what does more, calisthenics or weightlifting? Well, the key to that is weightlifting. The higher intensity and the higher amount of resistance you're going to have is generally going to release more hormones. So, for example, let me read this off real quick. Your testosterone levels, your cortisol levels, your IGF-1 levels, your dopamine, your endorphins, glutamate, neurotrophin, etc. To make this short, most of these increase your cognitive abilities, your energy levels, your mood levels, etc. It helps you out a lot. Most of the information I looked at, let me read this. Most of the information that I looked at was this. As calisthenics does release these essential neurochemicals, weightlifting raise levels a little more. In general, when there is higher intensity and volume, weightlifting tends to produce a greater hormonal response. Hey. Important information. All right, all you who skip out on legs, yeah, that is where most of your testosterone is going through, especially the back squat. The back squat's going to be your best testosterone booster because your legs are the biggest part of your biggest muscles in your body. That's where most of your testosterone is going to get pumped, guys. So don't skip out on leg day. Don't do it. What is better? Well, in my opinion, I only do calisthenics, and I vouch for calisthenics. Nah, I'm kidding, dude. Guys, both of them are so essential, so good for you. Guys, I have weightlifting routines in my calisthenics programs because I know how much they benefit me. They are building blocks on each other. Remember, everyone has a place in fitness and the gym. Be someone who welcomes someone instead of says, you're doing something weird over there.